What is up, YouTube, and welcome to the Extra Point episode 27. I am Hunter along with Nick. How are you doing, Nick?
Hunter, as usual, I am doing fine. I'm assuming you're doing fantastic.
I'm doing fucking fantastic, Nick. I'm
Fucking
doing
fantastic.
wonderful. I'm
Awesome.
breathing. I'm alive. I am feeling good, and I'm ready to go.
I don't care.
Whatever. Welcome. This is episode 27. This week we have, or this episode rather, we have Thursday night football recap between the Broncos and the Chiefs, and what a game that was.
A thriller, you might say.
Thriller,
One for the
fantastic
ages.
game. It doesn't get any better than that. And we will recap it right here in just a moment. And we will also be giving our week 7 predictions. This is a weird year in the NFL world between the 18 backup starting quarterbacks.
It's an exciting year. It's
It is
exciting.
exciting and it is a upside down year, but we are going to be giving our week 7 predictions and recapping the week 7 Thursday night football matchup. And without further ado, let us begin with the Chiefs at the Broncos. Nick, what did you see in this great, fantastic game?
All right, we learned two things. Okay, one,
What did we learn?
Joe Flacco should
Suck.
have actually retired about 4 years ago because he's awful. Granted, offensive line gave up 8 sacks to the Kansas City front
8
seven,
or
who
9.
literally, it
Was it
might have
8?
been nine. Yeah,
I think it was
their
9.
O line gave up 8, possibly 9 sacks
Yeah, it was a
to
pretty good game.
an yeah. Oh no, it was a thriller. I'm telling you, 30 to
Yeah.
six. Chiefs beating the shit out of the Broncos in Denver. We learned two things. One, Joe Flacco should have retired 4 years ago.
Yep.
He is terrible.
Yep.
We talk about the Broncos every week.
Yep.
They are going nowhere, and the
Yep.
quarterback situation is getting worse. They were better off keeping Case Keenum. He's way better than Joe Flacco. I think they'd have won the game yesterday. They had Case Keenum, to be honest with you. Um,
Oh,
and
could have
then
been.
on the other hand, we learned that Pat Mahomes is predictable when it comes to what's going to happen to mobile quarterbacks. Okay, look at Cam Newton, 30 years old, guys on and off every year with injuries. Currently out right now. I know he might be coming back. We'll see how long that lasts. Unless you're Russell Wilson, mobile quarterbacks don't last. Period. The guy had a fucked up ankle. He fucking hurts his knee, Hunter, on a quarterback sneak. All right. I know he's only out 3 weeks. Now he has a fucked up ankle
Best
on
case
one
scenario.
leg and a fucked up knee on the other. So I it's to me the game was boring as shit. I had a couple
Yeah.
fantasy players in there, so I had that much to watch for. Other than that, it was Joe Flacco's terrible, and Pat Mahomes needs to stay in that fucking pocket for the rest of his career. Don't roll out. Don't fuck up your ankle. QB sneaks. Fuck it. Give it to your damn fullback. Give it to your running back. If you're fucking up your kneecap on a damn 1 yard QB sneak,
Yeah.
you got some problems. That's what I learned on Thursday Night Football.
See, I'm not going to say much about the Chiefs besides, yeah, it was the best case scenario for Patrick Mahomes. He's only out 3 weeks, and he will be fine after that. I would assume he's
Yeah.
all right. It wasn't that bad of an injury. That's all I'm really going to say about the Chiefs. The Chiefs didn't do anything. The offense was okay. I mean, they put up 30 points, but honestly, the rate this game was going, I'm pretty sure me and you, Nick, could have put up 30 points.
30 points. I have no idea.
Defense was I don't. It's not even the defense. The only thing I'm going to talk about the Chiefs is Patrick Mahomes got hurt. He's okay. He'll be back and he'll be fine. The Broncos, on the other hand, I'm going to go ahead and spend about 2 minutes talking about the Broncos,
Let's,
starting with
let's
the offensive side of the ball. Is it just me, or does Joe Flacco look like he just does not even? He doesn't want to play football. He doesn't even care. He did
That's a
not get the
very
ball
good.
out quickly.
Yeah.
That could have been something to do with play calling, the deep passes or whatnot, but he couldn't get the ball out quick. He was taking too long to get through his reads.
Yeah.
Shitty fucking passing the ball. and it looked like he just didn't fucking give a shit. He did not want to play. Honestly, if I'm the coach of the Denver Broncos, I'm putting Drew Lock in. You drafted him. Fuck it. Why not? You're
Yeah.
already 2-5. You need to put Drew Lock in. See what the fucking rookie can do. Uh, Cortland Sutton, right? Cortland Sutton, I'm pretty sure his name.
Portland Sutton. Yep. He had a
He's
good game.
looking pretty good. He's consistent. Emmanuel Sanders, he's getting up there in age, but he can still be consistent. And Phillip Lindsay and Royce Freeman are looking like a good duo at the running back position. Defensively, sorry, forgot about the O-line. The O-line played like complete dog shit. Oh my God. It wasn't even the Chiefs' defensive line. The Chiefs' defense sucks ass. But they just blitzed. They don't even blitz. They just rushed 3 fucking people and got to
Get pressure.
got to Joe Flacco.
Yep.
It's fucking pathetic.
Yep.
On the defensive side of the ball, the Broncos literally didn't get any fucking pressure whatsoever on Patrick Mahomes or Matt Moore. So,
hey, Matt Moore is a damn living legend. You leave him alone.
Trust me, I've watched him. He's not. So Denver in general is in trouble, just like we kind of predicted at the beginning of the season. Yep. And they are going nowhere fast. And honestly, it's the front office and John Elway's fault. The coach is doing everything he can, and it's Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco needs to fucking go ahead and get the fuck out, and John Elway needs to do the same.
John Elway, huh?
Yeah.
Shit.
John Elway has proven, just like Jerry Jones, that he cannot build a fucking team. The only reason
he already has, though. He already has built a team.
He built a defense, but what has he done on offense since Peyton Manning?
Well, he's the one that got Peyton Manning over. He's the one that he signed him.
Peyton Manning over, a guy who was basically already done in his career. He just needed 3 or 4 more years, and he got a Super Bowl out of it.
His first season, he had 55 touchdowns and broke a record.
I'm not saying he was bad, but he's getting all these old quarterbacks. He needs to start young, start fresh.
I agree with that. I'm just saying, give him at least that credit. He did have a good stretch for about 4 or 5 seasons.
There is rumors going around that they are wanting to trade Von Miller. So if they trade Von Miller, can get at least 2 first-round picks out of him, now we're talking. That clears your cap space a pretty good amount, and you get 2 first-round picks from it. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's something to see and look forward to.
Yeah, I hope they don't do that because that dude is a generational player. That'd be the equivalent of trading a Luke Kuechly. If you have a guy like that on your team, you want to keep him on your team. If they do that, then John Elway needs to go. You can't get rid of your best overall player. You can't. He's too valuable. He's going to dominate on any team. He's having an off season. I'm pretty sure he has like 4 sacks already. He's got 100 career sacks in his career. He's still one of the better linebackers. He's having an off season. They don't need to be trading him. That's how I feel about the GM situation there. But yes, I agree with you on Joe Flacco. He is I guess he's replacing Jay Cutler as the I don't give a fuck quarterback.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, he's playing like dog shit.
Yep.
Anyway, going on to topic number 2. Like we do every week, we give our recap and predictions, or every other episode. So now we're going to move on to Week 7 predictions. Nick, I'm not going to lie, you have been doing very well in your predictions. Me have been off and on, but you are being consistent for the most part with your predictions. So good job to you on that.
Thank you, sir. Suck a dick.
Well, fuck you, bitch. Moving on, here we go. We got Week 7 predictions, and we're starting off with a hot one. We're going with the Dolphins versus the Bills at Buffalo, 4-1, 0-5. It's going to be a fucking close one here. Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, so no, not going to be close at all. However, listen, I know the Dolphins are terrible in every aspect of the game, but if they're going to go with this Ryan Fitzpatrick stuff, they have somewhat of a chance to not lose by like 3 touchdowns, maybe just like 10 points respectively. The Bills are going to win the game, okay? They're in Buffalo. It's a tough place to play. They're going to win the game. If they were playing in fucking, I don't know, in the like fucking Peru or something, they would win the game. It doesn't matter where. They're playing the Dolphins.
Yeah.
However, Ryan Fitzpatrick does make the Dolphins a little bit more competitive because he is the best quarterback they have on the field, that they'll have on the roster right now.
Right.
He proved that in a good comeback effort last week against the Redskins. And then the Bills' offense sucks. I'm sorry. Josh Allen, I know you're high on him. He's got potential, but he's still a dumbass. He still
Yeah.
tries to throw like Hail Mary bombs and quadruple coverage. They'll be okay against the Dolphins, but it's not going to be some 48-3 blowout. It's going to be a respectful like 28 to 13 or something like that. But the Bills will win. So
Okay.
if
Yeah,
they
I
win
don't think
28-13, I want a fucking award or something. Just so you know.
I don't think the 31st ranked offense, 32nd ranked defense, 31st in passing, 31st in
Oh,
rushing
yeah.
Dolphins. No shit.
Oh
That
my
is their
god.
standings. I don't think they're gonna pull the win out over the Bills. I think the Bills are gonna move to 5-1, and the Dolphins are gonna go to 0-6.
Yep.
Josh Allen, I am high on Josh Allen. He's got talent, but he just does not have the smarts at the moment. I'm hoping he will develop it, but it's getting to the point where it's kind of fucking pathetic at this point.
It is.
So the offense for the Bills, the only thing they got going for them is 80-year-old Frank Gore still fucking trucking.
Huh.
And that's about it. But their defense, if you have the Bills defense or they're in free agency and you need a defense in
You
fantasy,
are
get the
set.
fucking Bills because they're going to go off. Poor Ryan Fitzpatrick might die this game, sadly, because I like Ryan Fitzpatrick. But yeah, I'm going to take the Bills over this, and it's not going to be a really close one, but I do believe it's going to be low scoring. Not going to lie. I think it might be a 17-6. 17-6 game.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
It'll be
Moving
28 to
on.
13, but yeah, move on.
Moving on to another great game. We got the 2-4 Jaguars playing against the 0-6 Cincinnati Bengals. Who do you got in this one?
This will legit, honestly, be a good game. And I'm gonna got you know what? It's not just like I'm just fuck it.
Why
I'm
don't you
going with the
say it?
Bengals. But I'm going with the Bengals. They've had
Oh my!
listen. They had some close losses. The first game of
They
the
did.
season, they almost beat Seahawks, who has only lost one game to the Saints in Seattle. They've had some respectful losses. They almost beat the Bills for crying out loud. So they've had some tough, close games. They have to play 4 quarters, honestly, and if they would, they'd be a 500 team right now. They would. I'm sorry.
Listen,
So
they beat the Seahawks on the first game of the season. Okay, Russell Wilson did not play like he is now, or the whole entire team
I'm
for that.
just saying. Well, okay, and explain the Bills. They,
Josh
as a
Allen
team, they did well against the
basically
Bills.
almost lost that game for them. The Bengals had
Okay,
a great fucking comeback, and Josh Allen threw an
and what about the
interception
Ravens?
late when they were running the clock out.
What about the Ravens? They almost had their almost by
Ravens are
touchdown.
proving that they
Ravens.
are getting worse and worse by the fucking minute
I'm
as they
just
play
okay.
good teams.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Look, they almost beat 3 good teams.
You're
They
right.
almost beat that. You got to give. Look, I know they lost. Losing's losing. They're 0-6, but they almost beat 3 good teams. I know the Jags defense is crazy fucking good. Andy Dalton had a great first fucking game. Threw for like 400 some odd yards. He was phenomenal, and he's kind of leveled off now to the ass quarterback that we all know and love,
Yep.
the redhead disaster. Okay, however, it's just a feeling. They're in Cincinnati. The Jags are a roller coaster team. I mean, they can be competitive, but I don't know. The Bengals are going to win this game. Doesn't mean they're going to be the better overall team in the end, but
Okay.
they're getting their first win in Cincinnati, fuckers.
That's fine. That is fine. All right.
Damn right, it's fine.
That's fine.
I,
But I disagree. So I'm going to choose the Jacksonville Jaguars. However, the only way I see the Bengals winning this game is they are going to pick on that secondary. I'm sorry, but I'm sure a lot of Jaguars fans are happy about it or don't really give a fuck. But losing Jalen Ramsey hurts that defense pretty
how?
fucking badly
How?
because that is a number one receiver that is going to be roaming around the field and not covered by a fucking good corner. I mean, they got so I don't know when AJ Green comes back, but they're going to have Tyler Boyd and John Ross is still out. They're going to have Tyler Boyd going around basically uncovered. I mean, he's not going to be locked down like Jalen Ramsey would at least. So that's the only way I think they will win. And quite frankly,
Well,
Andy Dalton could throw
can
for
you
400 fucking
explain?
yards.
Can you explain Michael Thomas? I mean, the Saints fucking barely held on. They had to win late in the fourth quarter, in which they had 6 points in the fourth quarter, and it was a 3-point game
Was Jalen Ramsey playing
just
that game?
last week. No, he hasn't played in weeks.
Oh yeah, he hasn't played in like since week
Yeah,
fucking
they don't
6.
need Jalen Ramsey. Fucking kidding me? They won the shit out of that trade.
I'm not saying
Uh,
they need him, but it's gonna hurt them. That's the best
well, I
corner in
mean,
football gone off your
clearly,
team.
like what?
It's the best corner in football gone off your team.
It's he's one of the best.
Don't say Stephon Gilmore is better because Stephon Gilmore plays one coverage. Jalen Ramsey plays all of them.
He plays lockdown man and zone. He had an interception off zone coverage just the other day.
Okay, he did his job. He got one interception off his own coverage.
He has the most pass deflections in the league.
Yep, playing what? Man coverage.
Again, number one ranked
What?
cornerback all across
In
the
man
board.
coverage. I know.
He was
If you're
last
looking
year
for a
too.
corner that's better overall, Jalen Ramsey.
Stephon Gilmore.
All right, we'll get into that later on.
Smarter.
I'm sure.
He's
But
all
right
around.
now, I'm going to choose the Jaguars. I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to still pull the Jaguars over. But I respect your decision. If there was a big upset, or if there was an upset to choose, this one would probably be it. So
Upset. I mean, it's not
well,
that
yeah,
big.
it's not really an upset,
yeah.
but you know what I mean. All right, moving on to the Vikings at the Lions. This is a tough game. 4-2
Lions.
Vikings, 2-1 Lions.
So I figured out the
Yeah,
Vikings
you've already-
problem is
yeah,
Kirk
we
Cousins, okay? And Kirk Cousins is terrible against any half-assed good defense, and he is fucking phenomenal against any mediocre defense. Lions have a solid, I would say, defense. They got cheated out of a win in Lambeau just the other day because damn shit ass officiating. We already discussed that. Lions have a solid team. They've had a tough schedule already. They played some damn good teams, and they've damn near beat almost all these fucking teams. They almost beat the Chiefs, almost beat the Packers. Hell, their first game was a tie. They play full fourth quarter, and you got another win on the scoreboard. So, I got the Lions. They're in Detroit, and I think it's going to be defensive. Clearly, the Vikings defense is great every fucking week. Doesn't matter who they play; they are great every week. This is about Kirk Cousins sucking against solid defenses, and the Lions have a solid defense.
Once again, this is the second game in a row. I'm going to disagree with you. I see where you're coming from, though. The Lions are a good team, and they're looking like a solid contender in the playoffs, at least a wild card or possibly the division. But this is the hardest division in football. You've got three phenomenal teams, and I am a Kirk Cousins believer. After 2 straight weeks, I think they are back. We went over this last episode. I think the Vikings are back. Kirk Cousins is throwing the ball because he is allowed to, because they're not calling 30, 40 fucking rushing plays. Dalvin Cook, Kirk Cousins, Kyle Rudolph, Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen. The Vikings offense is ready to go, revamped and reloaded, as well as their defense, which is always good. So I'm going to choose the Vikings, and you like that. I know you do. You like that just like Kirk Cousins likes
No,
that.
the fuck I don't. I told you last week, look, 8-2, and I'll believe in fucking Kirk Cousins. They win the next fucking like 4 or 5 games, I'll believe in Kirk Cousins.
My goodness. You need to chill out. You need to chill out.
That's
You
it.
need to forgive Kirk Cousins and the Vikings.
No,
I'll
never fucking forgive them, ever.
It was 4 weeks. You got to forgive them.
Nope.
All right,
They're going to lose this week, and I'm going to be, no. Fuck the Vikings. Let's go to the next one. I hate that fucking
so
team.
Upset over little shit. All right, moving on to the Raiders that are 3-2 are going to Lambeau Field to face the 5-1 Green Bay Packers. Honestly, I'm going to go and start.
Raiders.
I'm going to go and start. I think this is a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. The Packers are obviously one of the best teams of football. Great offense, a pretty good defense, but I like the Raiders. I've liked them ever since day one.
Yes.
Josh Jacobs is probably going to be the offensive rookie of the year, or
Debatable.
He's going to be at least second under Kyler Murray. And the defense is looking pretty scary. Vontaze Burfict was the only downfall of that defense, basically, because he gives up every fucking penalty. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, but I think the Packers are gonna pull it out, obviously. But I would not be surprised over an upset, and I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I think it's gonna be a really close, high-scoring game.
Well, I'm gonna go with the Raiders, taking this one at Lambeau. I mainly just keep thinking about them beating the fucking Bears. Look, I know they didn't have Mitchell Trubisky out there, but Chase Daniels is a damn good backup quarterback. He really is. And Mitchell Trubisky is not that great of a regular. There's not much of a difference between Chase Daniels and Mitchell Trubisky, if you ask me. Mitchell Trubisky hasn't shown me shit.
No,
So
not this year.
I keep hearing that excuse as to why they lost to the Raiders. And
That's
to be
not it.
honest, the Raiders played damn good football.
Yep.
Their offense was smart. Trent Brown, who is still on the team, I know he had the allegations, is having an amazing year, better than he did last year with the Patriots. That's why he's the highest paid left tackle in the league right now. So their O-line's playing good. You said Josh Jacobs. He is a damn good running back. He's going to be a future star. Probably have one of those sophomore crazies like Pat Mahomes will next year, or like Pat Mahomes did. Probably do that next year. Fantasy guy. He's already on my list. I'm already preparing for fantasy next year. And no, the Raiders are good. I think they're a solid team. What are they? 500 now, right? 3-3.
3-2. 3-2.
3-2. Okay. Raiders 4-2. Gonna beat the Packers in Lambeau.
God, you are pulling out all the stops this week. You're confident on your fucking picks.
I don't know if I would just, it's they're not too far fetched in my opinion.
No, I think it'll be a close
Reasonable.
one. And by the way, Josh Jacobs, I have him in like 2 of my 4 fantasy leagues. So yeah,
You're
I
fucking doing
really,
great
I
in two of
I
your four
figured that.
fantasy leagues then. Yeah.
I drafted his ass. But yeah, all right, okay, good pick. I'm gonna move on to the Rams and the Falcons. The 3-3 Rams should be fucking 6-0, and the 1-5 shitty Falcons playing in Atlanta. Who do you got here? Be smart.
No. This one you can't. This one's definitely the Rams. There's
Okay.
no fucking There's no way that damn
Yeah,
Falcons offense can put up 90 points and they would lose 91-90. Their defense, I don't know the numbers. They got to be of the worst, and
it's
they got to
fucking
be
horrible.
25th and worst in every fucking category. They cannot stop the run. Defenses that can't stop the run, unless you got three of the best fucking cornerbacks and safety in the league, which they do not, are going to get the shit kicked out of them. Simple as that. Their defense is ass. Their offense has potential. I'm excited to see
One of the
Ramsey
best in the league.
versus. Yeah, I'm excited to see Ramsey versus Julio Jones. That's going to be really fun matchup. Their whole defense is going to be a good matchup. They don't have Peters anymore, so we'll see what they. I guess Ramsey's taking his place there on defense, but they're going to win, and I think they're going to win handedly. I don't give a shit. They're in Atlanta. It doesn't fucking matter. The Rams are a straight up better fucking team across the board than the Falcons.
And I have Julio and I think 3 of my leagues, and I just realized he's playing against Ramsey. Fuck. Anyway, yes, the Falcons' 27th ranked defense is not going to pull this out, and their 29th ranked offensive rushing is not going to pull this out. So we've already spoke on the Falcons and what we think they need to do to succeed, and one of it is firing Dan Quinn, and they need to run the fucking ball more. They have a great passing attack. Matt Ryan's an idiot, but he gets the ball down the field. But with,
Like
Mohamed Sanu,
700
Calvin
passing
Ridley,
yards a
Julio
game.
Jones, Austin Hooper, they're even incorporating Devontae Freeman into the passing game,
Yep.
which is fine, but they also need to run the ball. Their offense can work, and it can be one of the best in football. Can be. Defense, however, you said it perfectly. It's fucking dog shit. Moving on to the Rams side of the ball, the Rams literally have probably the second, if not the best team on paper in football, like they did last year. And incorporating Jalen Ramsey into the mix, it doesn't really solve their offensive line problem, but it solidifies what was already a great fucking defense.
Yep.
They need to get the ball rolling on offense. Their defense needs to step up as well. But I'm going to take the Rams in this one, and I think it is going to be a fucking blowout. Jared Goff and Todd Gurley, who is playing, is going to mutilate this fucking defense. It's going to be ugly and disgusting.
They can probably push 50 fucking points in Atlanta.
I think it probably is going to be like
no fucking doubt.
Yeah. Atlanta's going to score. So, yeah. All right, cool. Both choosing the Rams in that one. Moving on to the Texans at Colts. Texans are 4-2, and they're playing in Indianapolis against the 3-2 Colts.
This is God.
This
You need listen, people. Watch this fucking game if you can. Yep. This is so damn evenly matched. I have no idea. I'm See, I'm literally just taking a guess, and I have no like. To me, there's so fucking even. I got to go with the Colts for sure. Just home field. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. I got.
Yeah.
I.
Okay.
The only reason they would lose is because Deshaun Watson is Deshaun Watson. He can probably make some crazy plays that are, he's clutch. That's the only thing the Texans would have over the Colts. I'm gonna go with the Colts. They're still a good team. I don't know if they're gonna be Hunter's dynasty, but they're still a damn good team on paper. Darius Leonard's back, and he's a damn good player. So yeah, I got the Colts beating the Texans in a damn good football game. So even, I don't even know, but I'm going Colts. So
I completely agree with you. I don't want to. I'm not choosing the Colts though. I've bet against
uh,
them. I think every week besides two of them, 2 games out of their 5. I'm going to bet against them again. They're not my dynasty team anymore because Andrew Luck's out. I'm going to go ahead and re-say that. Excuse me, but the reason I'm choosing the Texans, Deshaun Watson, is these past 3 weeks has been playing very well, or 2 weeks, been playing very well. Carlos Hyde these past
yeah,
2 weeks is getting the running game going. I don't know why they're doing this so late. I think Carlos Hyde's a good fucking running back. And they're finally incorporating him in the
yeah,
offense more, and they have a good rushing attack with him. DeAndre Hopkins, Will Fuller, we already know about them too. Their
yeah.
offense is deadly, and I think it will surpass the Colts defense. Uh, but I think it's going to be a little of a high scoring game. I don't think the Texans are going to do a very good job in stopping the Colts. I think it's probably going to be a 28-21, 28-24 game. But I'm going to take the Texans just because that running game is getting going.
Very respectful. I can't argue it. I can go either
Right.
way. Flip a fucking
Yeah.
coin.
All right. We got a tough matchup here next. The 5-0 San Francisco 49ers are traveling to Washington to face the 1-5 Redskins. Who do you got?
All right, so we got the Cardinals at the Giants.
Got the Cardinals at the Giants. No, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to say the 49ers. Who are you going to say?
Well, the Redskins are clearly they have the edge, but they're going to lose to the
Shut the fuck up.
49ers. I don't know how many points the 49ers are going to get because the offense is still trying to figure out their identity. Are they a pass first or the run first? They really don't fucking know. They get these big ass run plays in the game. They have like every game they've had at least like a 40-some yard rush every fucking game. It's like the most in football. And
Yeah.
then they want to just stop it and fucking pass it. I don't know what Shanahan's doing there. So their offense might only get like 21 points, right? They're not going to give up fucking a single point to this Redskins team. They are shut their shit down. Their defense, their front fucking seven. Listen, I think right now in football in the NFL, they're the only team that can rush for and get pressure every fucking time on the quarterback.
Yeah.
They're the only team that can do that consistently right now. They're going to shut their shit down. It's going to be like 21-0 49ers.
You were very close to what I was going to say. I'm going to choose the 49ers. I think the offense is going to score a total of 10 points, and I think the defense is going to score 17. I'm going to say it's going to be
Holy shit.
27 to
Jesus.
3
Oh, come
49ers.
on. Give them a field goal. Come on.
Yep.
Like they're ever
27 to
going to make it in the
3
red zone.
49ers. The 49ers don't have a good offense. They really don't. They have a good running game. Tevin Coleman, Matt Breida is doing a great job there. But their passing game is ass. I don't believe in Jimmy Garoppolo. Haven't since he became a starter. I like the guy, but I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think the 49ers offense is not very good. Therefore, they're only going to score 10, but that defense is fucking scary.
They are good as
27
shit.
to 3 49ers over the Redskins.
Like
Moving on to what you said, the two rookies, the two top quarterbacks, rookie quarterbacks coming into the league. We got the 2-3-1 Cardinals going to New York to face the 2-4 Giants. Kyler Murray versus Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes. Who do you got?
Well, word on the street is Saquon Barkley will be
Is
returning.
playing. Yep.
Before that, I was going to say this will be a great game, but Kyler Murray and company will take the cake. However, with Saquon coming back, it'll be the first game we've seen Saquon and Daniel Jones, assuming there's no injuries, hopefully not, have a full game together. We'll see how Pat Shermer incorporates the two. Is he going to feed off Saquon? I'm assuming so. And Daniel Jones, can he run the play action efficiently? We'll see. I'm going Giants because Saquon Barkley. However, I do expect Kyler Murray to keep fucking throwing 330 yards a game. That dude is a. You said Josh Jacobs was rookie of the year. No, Kyler Murray is the fucking rookie of the year right now. He's
All right.
gonna get his. It'll be a good game, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Both defenses are essentially ass, so it should be a high scoring game. But I got Giants because of Saquon. So
Okay. Yeah, like you said, the defenses are ass. The Cardinals have the 30th ranked defense, and the Giants have the 28th.
well, okay.
I'm going to choose the Cardinals, however. I think it is going to be a 30-30 game. It's going to be fucking plus 60 points total. I'm going to say Saquon is going to have a great game. Daniel Jones is going to
Yep.
have a great game. I see Saquon going for over 100 yards rushing and Daniel throwing for 300. And I can say the same thing. I'm going to say Kyler Murray's going to throw for 450. And
Jesus Christ.
400 to 450, and I think David Johnson will probably get about 75. Defenses are going to get fucking torched. It's going to be a high-scoring game, but I think the Cardinals have a better overall offense with that air raid offense they got going on. I'm not a big fan of the air raid, but they got fucking great hella receivers, a good running back, and a great fucking quarterback to go with it. I'm going to say the Cardinals, though. I mean, I like what the Giants are doing, but Cardinals all the way.
Okay.
All right.
Good one.
Moving on to a shitty game. Here we go. 2-4 Los Angeles Chargers against the 2-4 Tennessee Titans in Tennessee. Well, it should have been a great fucking team. And it's shitty.
Look, you just said it. Both fucking teams on paper should be damn near undefeated. Okay, Chargers look like they should have the best offense in football and defensively. Hell, I think last year they had like 8 All Pros off their team.
Something like that.
And look, and they got the same fucking team this year. Look what they're doing. They blow.
And better.
They suck. The Titans, same thing. Their defense is good as shit. And actually, their defense had stayed pretty true. They're solid, but their offense. Listen, when you get benched for Ryan Tannehill, you're not. You're just. There's no excuse. You're just awful. And honestly, they have a solid offensive line, and they got a damn good power back in Derrick Henry, and they have a versatile back, receiving back in Deion Lewis. All signs point to the reason for Titans' failure is Marcus Mariota. Period. Yep. Ryan Tannehill is no better, so they're still going to be ass. I got the Chargers simply because that quarterback situation with the Titans is atrocious. It should be a low-scoring game, however, because the Titans' defense is damn good. So, but I got the Chargers. The fucking Mariota and Tannehill. You can't ask for 2 worst fucking quarterbacks next to fucking Josh Rosen and Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm sorry.
For once we agree on something this episode, I'm gonna also go with the Chargers. Jesus. Like you said, it's gonna be a low-scoring game, and I literally cannot say any more because you took the words right out of my mouth. Mariota sucks. Ryan Tannehill's in. That's not good. It's not any better. It's not good, but I understand why they're doing it. And the Chargers should have a fucking powerhouse of a damn team, but they don't. So, yeah, I can't really say much. You said it all perfect. And Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler need to get their shit together. I don't know what the fuck happened to that. But, yeah, I agree completely. Going on to the 5-1 Saints against the 3-2 Chicago Bears, and they're playing in Chicago. That should be a tough one.
It should be a good game. It's going to be defensive as hell. And because of that reason, I got to go Bears. They have a better defense than the Saints. So I got the Bears beating the Saints. If Drew Brees were playing, it'd be a different fucking story, but he is still out. Teddy Bridgewater is a great game manager. He certainly is not the worst quarterback I've ever seen play. And I like the guy. He used to be an all-pro, so he's got potential. He's not playing like an all-star right now. He's not playing like Drew Brees. It's going to take a Drew Brees-esque quarterback to do damage against the Bears defense. I got the Bears winning a close game in the Windy City.
Upset of the week. Upset of the week. I'm going with the Chicago Bears as well.
Fuck yeah.
You said it. Go. Drew Brees needs to be back. If he was, it'd be a different story. Chicago's defense is still it should be a fucking number 3 defense, but it's a top, or at least top 3, but it's a top 10 right now. They're still doing pretty good. Not what we were hoping they would be, but they're all
No,
right. Is Mitchell Trubisky playing?
who gives a shit? Chase Daniels got this
It
shit.
don't
Come
matter.
on.
Chase Daniel did do pretty good last week, or yeah, whenever they played. It was last week or the week before. So yeah, I'm going to take the Bears over the Saints. It's going to be a defensive battle. Chase Daniel will get the job done if Trubisky doesn't play. I'm not 100% sure if he is or not. But yeah, I agree with you.
Doesn't matter.
Upset of the week right there for me. Moving on, you've got like 8 of them. Moving on to the
Like
Ravens at the Seahawks. Ravens are 4-2. Seahawks are 5-1. And like last week or last episode, or no, last week, we said that the Ravens are struggling against these good teams.
Yep, and they're playing another damn good team, and well, they're playing the MVP of the league right now, and Russell Wilson. So they're going to lose this game. They're in Seattle. We already know how they play when they're in Seattle. So the Ravens are going to lose this game. Truthfully, their defense is ass. If you ask me, I don't know what their numbers are. I don't know where they stand ranking wise, but they can't stop the run. And I've said it before, teams that can't stop the run, you're not going to be a very good defense, and they can't stop the run at all. And they fucking damn Chris Carson, that dude's a damn workhorse. So you got Chris Carson up front. You got a revamped offensive line. You got DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and Russell Wilson. They're going to torch their shit. And then you got Lamar Jackson, who I'm not very high on because he still can't throw the fucking football 10 yards down the field accurately, consistently, that is. So he can run his ass off and possibly keep it a 10-point game. But the Seahawks should kick their ass, honestly. I got the Seahawks handedly.
I got the Seahawks as well. I mean, the Ravens do. They do have the number 1 offense in the NFL, believe it or not,
Ugh.
behind that rushing attack. Their passing attack, but their rushing attack is good. But, however, I think Russell Wilson's going to show Lamar Jackson what the fuck is up. MVP of the league.
What
He's
the
going to kick
fuck is
their
up?
ass. I think it's going to be a close game, and it's going to be a high, well, maybe not a close game. It's going to be a high-scoring game, though. Lamar Jackson they're one-dimensional. It's a one-dimensional offense. They don't fucking throw the ball. They run
Nope.
it constantly, 24/7,
Yep.
especially when they're playing a good defense like the Seahawks can have,
Yep.
and they're playing a good team in which the Seahawks are. So they're going to be a one-dimensional team here playing, and they're just going to be strictly running the ball on the Ravens side. However, on the Seahawks can do it all. Russell Wilson can do it all. Best quarterback in the league right now. Going to be a close one, high scoring. Seahawks win. Russell Wilson, another fucking dub.
Boom.
Boom.
Like it.
Going to the game of the week. Cowboys or the Eagles at Cowboys. Sorry, the Cowboys 3-3, Eagles 3-3. The Cowboys always are the game of the week, even though they're ass. So who you got?
This really is the game of the week. Come on now. This should
No,
be
it's
the
not.
game of the week, if you ask me.
No.
Two teams, the exact same situation, struggling the last 3 or 4 games. Cowboys just lost 3 straight. They just lost to the 0-4. What were the 0-4?
Sam
New York
Darnold.
Jets. Sam Darnold. Yeah, we'll talk about him next. And then the Eagles just got the shit kicked out of them in Minnesota. My God. This is such an even, like the same. It's so even. However, the Eagles' run defense is still the shit, and the Cowboys need a run game to do anything. Therefore, Eagles' run defense does what they do. They beat the Cowboys. Simple as that for me. It's going to be a close game, though. I mean, anything can happen, but that's what I look at. But it's so even, though. God damn, I don't know. Nope, staying with it. Eagles will beat the Cowboys. They're going to shut Zeke down.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
fucking told you, it's fucking hard.
I was thinking about it as you were talking, and I still haven't made my decision, Rip.
Exactly. I don't.
It can go either way, honestly. I mean,
Yeah.
they're 2 mediocre teams. They're not good teams. They're mediocre. Eagles should be, as you've said in the past, a fucking powerhouse team. I mean,
Yep.
at least a division-winning team, and
Yep.
better than the Cowboys on paper. So I'm going to go with the Eagles as well. I think the Eagles are going to pull out the win in Dallas. I think Carson Wentz is going to start to do very well against the Cowboys. But, however, The Dallas Cowboys will win if the Eagles do not get a running game going, which the Eagles have had one good rushing game, rather,
Yeah, and they beat
in
the fucking
like
Packers in
20
Lambeau.
or 30.
Yeah.
So if the Eagles can run the ball, they win. If they can't, they have potential of losing. But I'm going to stick with the Eagles. I think the Eagles can get that rushing attack going, and the Cowboys, it's going to be a high-scoring game. The Cowboys are going to do
High
well,
scoring,
just
huh?
like always. I mean, Dak
All right.
Prescott, he's a pretty good quarterback. He's all right. Ezekiel Elliott, overpaid, but he's all right, getting the running game going behind that line.
Yep.
And Amari Cooper, I think, is playing. So they got their number one receiver in there. I don't know. It's going to be a close one. I'm going to pull out the Eagles, though.
Okay.
All right, Monday Night Football game. Your New England Patriots, 6-0, are traveling to MetLife Stadium in New York to face the Jets and Sam Darnold. What a win that was last week. We had
Yep.
our own mini-sode on it.
Yep.
Who do you got in this one?
Well, I got the Patriots, but it's gonna be a tough fucking game. Truthfully, it's going to be every bit as tough, or just about as tough as it was playing the Bills. You're in New York this time. They already beat the shit out of the Jets in Foxborough, or in at Gillette Stadium, I should say. However, that was without Sam Darnold. And like we discussed in the mini-sode last week, or earlier this week, Sam Darnold is a fucking game changer for that team.
Yes.
Their defense is solid anyway, so their defense is going to do their thing, and they're getting C.J. Mosley back. That's going to make their defense even better, especially in the front seven. Plus, you have Jamal Adams playing strong safety, and he's probably the best strong safety in football right now. So their defense is going to do great. Patriots offense, slightly revamped. Got Ben Watson back. He's a smart player, but let's be honest, what's he got left? I don't know. We'll see. Their offense is going to be about the same. It's not quite there yet, so they're going to struggle. It's going to be a defensive game all the way. However, I still feel the Patriots are the better team. It's not biased. It's true. They should win. But if someone picked the Jets, I wouldn't argue with it. They're a good fucking team. So
Here's the thing. Are the Patriots going to win? Are they going to lose that one game now, or is it going to be later? It's going to come. They're not going to go 16-0. So is it going to go ahead? Are they going to go ahead and lose to the second best team in their division, which they have trouble facing teams in their division constantly, in MetLife? Or is it going to be later on against another team like the Bills, which they've already played in Buffalo? So I don't know. Decisions. I've already made one upset of the week, and I'm not going to go to. I think the Patriots are going to win this one. Sadly, I think the Jets have a chance. I think they do have a chance. Sam Darnold, like you said, is a game changer. They can run the ball with Sam Darnold throwing it because it opens up the running game because he can actually get the ball moving down the field, unlike the other two quarterbacks they've tried out. And Le'Veon is a damn good running back. Jamison Crowder, Robbie Anderson, all right receivers, doing pretty good. And that defense is all right. But I'm going to take the Patriots. Like you said, the defense, it's going to be a defensive game, and the Patriots have the best defense in football behind a top corner in the NFL or two top corners in the NFL and a top safety in the NFL. And
keep going.
So I'm going to go with the Patriots taking it over the Jets. But like you said, I would not be surprised if the Jets do win it or somebody said the Jets have got it because Sam Darnold is a fucking beast.
He is a game changer for sure.
That's right. All right. Thank you guys for watching.
Nice.
A couple of announcements. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram. We post the new videos and our mini episodes or whatnot to notify our followers when these videos come up, as well as Twitter. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter as well. The links are in the description and the usernames are in the bio or in the outro. So go ahead and do that. Follow us on those two. Subscribe and like the video. Nick, do you have anything?
It was a good episode. I did call several upsets. I'm excited to see if that actually comes true or not because I'm feeling really good about my picks this season. So,
all right, we'll see. We will see. Time will tell Sunday when those games release. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Tune in next week for the new episode 28, and we'll catch you later.